So in this video, we're going to be covering how to book a resource room with the new setup that we have. And the difference now is that each room is tied to an individual email address assigned to that room. So it's no longer tied to a person. So that will allow more flexibility in how we book our rooms without necessarily having to go through someone to do it. We're going to be doing Outlook for Mac first and then Outlook for Windows. But if you wanted to skip to Outlook for Windows, we're just going to click the box up here in the top right corner. So let's get started. So we want to be in our calendar view, and we get there usually when you open up Outlook, it opens up to Inbox, but we're going to click the bottom left-hand corner icon, that little calendar icon, and it'll open up our calendar. We'll head up to Meeting, and this is just a regular calendar invitation. You'd fill in your body with if you had a Zoom invitation or a GoToMeeting, so on and so forth, and we'll fill in a subject line. This is a test meeting. And then the important part for this video is we're going to be heading to scheduling. Scheduling allows us to book the attendees and the rooms all in one page. So these rooms down here are rooms that I've opened up previously, but doesn't mean that it's the room I'm booking in this invitation in particular. So if we click it, it'll actually select it as the room that we'd be using for the meeting. Notice the send button highlights when we click the check button. But for this one, we're actually going to be booking a completely different room. So the new naming conventions that we're using is going to be SPHHS-AH, and we're going to type that in the search field, and it'll pull up all the rooms in Arnold House. For this, we're going to be just using room 9. And notice that we have two options down here. For check availability, it'll add it to your list so you can see what's been booked, but notice it doesn't actually check it off. If we were to hit add to meeting, it would also show you what's been booked when it's free, but it would actually check it off. We don't have anything booked right now in these rooms, so they're showing as free, but eventually it would show as busy, tentative, etc. So we're going to be doing room 9, and let's add our attendees. So you can just drag an attendee from that contact list over to the attendee column. We're going to add Joe as well. We're going to add Joe a little differently. If we notice down here, we have required, optional, or resource, and that just designates him as an attendee who can be optional, so he doesn't have to show up. Required or resource, usually the person who's holding the meeting, running it. We'll just do optional, and notice that it gives him a different icon, and it'll let him know in the invitation that it's an optional invitation. You can change it if you want, or remove him if it was an accident, so on and so forth. And then we'll just set up our meeting time. So I'm just going to select from 4 to 5, June 3rd. And then we'll go back to our appointment. And notice that it pre-populated the location based on the room we added. And it also has an invite to the room. So it'll actually email the room, and you're going to get an auto reply saying if your request was either accepted or rejected. Usually it would accept right away. If it's rejected, it usually means that you booked it in a time that's already been booked or where the room isn't available, but it'll let you know right away. So we'll hit send, and our reply should be coming relatively instantly. There it is. So if we go into our inbox, here is that meeting. So it was accepted. My request was accepted, and it's also in my calendar. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.